Hello everyone, welcome to English class. Dear students, today we are going to start a new chapter from the book Honeydew. Okay, so keep your books open. Chapter number 6, page number 87. We are going to start chapter number 6. This is Jody's Fawn. Okay, so let's talk about the introduction, what we are going to read in this chapter, and the lesson. This is Jody's Fawn by Marjorie Kinnan Rawlings, revolves around the fawn whose mother was killed to use its liver and heart to extract poison out of Jody's father, Penny, and save his life after a snake bite. It begins with Jody convincing his pa to bring the fawn home and raise it, then his ma, and then finally going with Millville to search for it. The lesson takes you through Jody's journey from finding the fawn until taking it home with him. So I hope with this introduction you are um, now going to know about how this chapter will be uh, talked about Jody and his father Penny, and what they have done and how they remorsed upon their yes work. Now let's talk about the chapter. This is Jody's Phone, page number 87. It is given. Often, instead of rushing to the doctor to treat a small cut or burn, we find quick and effective cures using things available at home. Obviously, sometimes if something happens to us, we first of all give first aid at home only, and afterwards we will move to the doctor. Can you think of some such home remedies for a cut your knee? If you got cut on your knee or a burn on your arm or a bee sting, sorry, then what will you do? Obviously, as a bee will sting you, then obviously at the same time you are not able to go to the doctor. So what kind of home remedies you can use for this? Just think about it. And if we talk about this chapter in this story, Jody's father has been bitten by a rattlesnake. Okay, and he quickly kills a doe and uses its heart and liver to draw out the poison. They use doe. Doe means female deer, right? So Jody wonders what will happen to the little fawn. Fawn means baby of deer, right? Then left without a mother. Okay, so here is the chapter. So I'm going to read out the first para from page number 87. So keep your eyes on your book and listen carefully about the para, how we have to read. Jody allowed his thoughts to drift back to the phone. He couldn't keep it out of his mind. He had held it in his dreams, in his arms. He slipped from the table and went to his father's bedside. Penny lay at rest. His eyes were open and clear, but the pupils were still dark and dilated. So, what happened? Meanings are given here. Drift back to means go back to, dilated, enlarged. Okay, so and I've told you about the fawn, which is what is fawn, which is where the meaning is a young deer in its first year, right? So what happened then? Jody couldn't help but think about the phone again and again, no matter how much he tried not to. Means he can't stop himself to think about the phone. He held him in his arms in his dreams, and when he was sleeping and in his dreams, he was thinking about the phone and putting it in his arms. He finally got up from the table to go to his father's bedside, where his father, Penny, was resting. So, name of the boy is Jody, name of his father is Penny, right? So he went there. His eyes were open. His father's eyes were open and seemed clear, but the people were still dark and enlarged. Means he was also thinking something as he caught sting from the snake. Okay, who? Jody's father, Penny. right? Jody said, "How are you feeling, Pa?" "Just fine, son. Old Death has gone thieving elsewhere, but wasn't it a close shave?" "I agree," Penny said. "I'm proud of you, boy, the way you kept your head and did what was needed." So, what is a close shave? A narrow escape, right? Keep your head means stay calm in a difficult situation, right? So, what his father told him, Jody asked his father how he was feeling. Okay, so his father replied that he was feeling just fine. He further added that it was a narrow escape from death, okay, and which seems to have gone stealing elsewhere. Means he was thinking like Penny was almost died, but yes, he was still alive, and someone has stolen his death. Jody agreed. Penny expressed how proud he was of Jody for how he didn't lose his cool and did what was necessary with while staying calm, right? Because if what was needed, he remained calm, right, and did all the necessary thing which was required at that time. Now turn the page, and in next page you can see a picture and some lines are here. Page number 88. Pa, yes son, do you recollect the door and the phone? Right, so what they have started the conversation, and what he asked, he then asked his father if he still remembered the door and the phone, right? They were thinking about the door. Yes, you can see the picture of the phone, right? And here is Jody, and here is his father, Penny. Okay, now I can never forget them. The poor dog saved me, that's certain. Pa, the phone may be out there yet. It might be hungry and very scared. I suppose so. Pa, I'm a big now and I don't need to drink milk. Why don't I go and see if I can find the phone and bring it here and raise it? Penny lay quiet, staring at the ceiling as we have seen in the picture. Yes, he was lying. He had standing here, and they were thinking about the phone. So, about the conversation? Sorry. So, he was asking about the door and the phone. So, he added, to which Penny replied that he can never forget about the door and the poor phone that saved his life. Jody expressed his concern regarding the phone, right? And about the who might still be out there. Phone, baby of killed deer, right? So Jody was thinking about him, and he was saying he was expressing his concern and saying, like Fawn, who might still be out there, hungry and frightened, as he was separated from his mother. His father agreed. Jody further adds that he can take care of him and he doesn't need to drink milk as he is a grown up boy now. So he was saying he was a grown up boy now, so there is no need to drink milk. And he asked his father if he could go and look out for the phone. Right? Can I bring it here? His father asked if Jody want to bring the phone at their place, to which Jody agreed and added that he wanted to raise it too. Okay, because they killed their mother, killed his mother, so they wanted to bring, sorry, Jody wanted to bring the phone at home so that he could take care of and raise it. And Penny lay quiet. He was remain quiet and staring at the ceiling, at the roof. Okay, boy, you have caught me hemmed in. It won't take much to raise it, Pa. It will soon start eating leaves and acorns. You are smarter than boys of your age. We took its mother, and it wasn't to blame. Surely it seems ungrateful to leave it to starve. Son, I can't say no to you. I never thought I would live to see another day. Right? So, as his father looked at the ceiling, he expressed how Jody has put him in a situation where he is unable to say no. Hemmed in means caught in a situation where one can't say no. Right, so Jody tried to convincing him father by pointing out that it would not require a lot of efforts to raise it and will soon grow up to eat leaves and acorns, right? Small brown nuts. Okay, means if the phone will be grown up very soon and it will not take any extra charges to raise it as it will start eating, yes, leaves and nuts. And Penny added how Jody was brighter than the boys of his age. Jody mentioned that it was them who took its mother and now it will suffer because of them, even though it was not to be blamed. His father expressed how ungrateful it would be to let him starve, let him hungry. Okay, so Penny could not say no to Jody as he had lost all hope of living to see another day because of the dough only, because of that small boy, small Fawn's mother only. It was they were able to see the life of Penny. Okay, so Penny couldn't say no to Jody. On page number 89, can I write back with Millville and see if I can find it? Tell your ma I said you can go. He sidled back to the table and sat down. His mother was pouring coffee for everyone. So Jody asked his father if he could ride back with Millville to try and find the phone. His Millville is another character. His father agreed and told Jody to convey to his mom that he has given him the required permission. Right? So what happened then? Sidled back, walked back quietly, trying not to be noticed. Okay, so he came back to the table in a manner to avoid getting noticed. And what was his mother doing? His mother was pouring coffee for everyone. He said, Ma, Pa says I can go bring back the phone. She held a coffee pot in midair. What for? The phone belonging to the doe we killed. We used the doe's lever to draw out the poison and save Pa. She gasped. Well, for pity's sake. Pa says it would be ungrateful to leave it to starve. Doc Wilson said, That's right, ma'am. Nothing in the world comes quite free. The boy's right and his daddy's right. So Doc Wilson is the another character of the story. So what happened? He told his mother while she poured coffee for everyone that his father has given him permission to bring the phone. On hearing this, she paused and held the coffee pot in the air and asked, Which phone is he talking about? Jody informs her that he intends on bringing the phone that belonged to the dog they killed to save his father's life. He further explained that they used Doe's liver to extract poison to save his father. She heaved a sigh as she said that he can bring him home out of pure compassion. Jody told her that his father thinks it would be ungrateful and unappreciative of them to let the phone starve because of them only. The phone had lost its mother, so now it's their duty to take care of the particular small phone. Dr. Wilson, who was sitting there, kept his view forward by agreeing with what Jody and his father said. He thought both of them were right. He further added that there is nothing you can get from the world for free, means you have to pay something to get something. So what happened then? Millville said, He can ride back with me. I will help him find it. She sat down and paused helplessly. Well, if you will give it to your milk, we have got nothing else to feed it. Mill said, "Come on, boy, we have got to get writing." So they went there. Okay, as they were thinking about the phone, so his mother also gave permission, and Millville also agreed to go there. And what happened, Millville volunteered to give Jody a ride and help him find the phone. So you can see here the picture, right? On hearing all this, Jody's mother felt helpless as she sat down. Even though she was not in favor of it, she knew they were right and thus agreed if Jody would give the fawn his share of milk, as they had nothing else to feed it. So, what was the condition? Means just give your share of milk to fawn, and on that basis you can bring it, because they didn't have anything else to feed it. Millville said, "Come on, boy, we have got to get riding." Ma Baxter asked anxiously, "You will not be gone along?" So, one by one, another characters are adding. Jody said, "I will be back before dinner for sure." Millville mounted his horse and pulled Jody up behind him. So, it is the picture you can see on page number 89 at the end. So here is the word mounted, which means riding an animal, typically a horse, right? So what happened, as soon as his mother agreed, Millville asked Jody to come along and said that they needed to go. Jody's mother, Baxter, quite uneasily asked for reassurance that he will not be gone for long. Jody replied that he would be back before dinner, right? So Millville climbed his horse and helped Jody sit behind him. So, as you can see in the picture, horse and Millville and the boy Jody sitting on him, and he was sitting behind the person, that is Millville. He said to Millville, "Do you think the phone still there? Will you help me find him?" Okay, so Millville assured him that they would find the phone if it was alive. So Jody asked Millville if he thinks the phone would still be there, and if she will help Jody in finding him. "We will find him if he was alive." "How you know it's a he?" Okay, so Millville was saying, yes, he assured him that they would find the phone, it was alive. However, he asked Jody how he knew it was a male. Jody told Millville that he is sure because his spots were all in a line. So his father had told him that a doe fawn or a female deer has spots in different directions. So he was saying the fawn was male because there was a spot in the line. It was the on page number 90, you will find it. "We will find him if he was alive." "How you know it's a he?" "The spots were all in a line." On a dauphin passes, the spots are every which way, so in different directions, right? So if there is a male doe or female doe, male fawn, female fawn, so what was the difference? The difference is about the spots, the different marks on their body, you can see. And he was saying that a doe fawn or a female deer has spots in different directions. Okay, so he was sure because the spots were in a line. If it is a male, then you can find the spots in a line, but if it is female, then you can find the spots on the different directions. Here is the end of the part 1 of this chapter. Thank you so much.